Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me. Today, this is take 2 of making this card. I forgot to turn my microphone on, so I made this card and was talking to myself the whole time. So anyway, I created this card. This is the Tutti-Frutti Bundle from the Occasions catalog using a crumb cake note card that I created, and then also a pool party note card that I created, and I like the pool party a lot better, so I'm going to do the exact same thing again. And I just thought the pears were just adorable, especially because I wanted to be able to use that cute sentiment, "We make a great pair," so a nice little pear pun with this. So I made a bowl of pears. So I'm going to show you how I made this. I'll show you all the supplies that you'll need, but first, before we get started, I just want to remind you about my Stampin' Blends giveaway. And I apologize for my congestion. I'm still quite stuffy, so if I sniffle, I'm apologizing in advance. But this giveaway goes through the end of the month. It's coinciding with the end of celebration, so kind of like a last hurrah before celebration ends for this year. But my Stampin' Blends giveaway, it's the entire collection. And it comes in this little plastic container, so it's all 27 markers, so that does include the bronze, the ivory, and the color lifter. And to enter the giveaway, you do have to be a customer here in the States. You need to be a newsletter subscriber, so head on over to iStampin.com. At the very top, you can type in your name and email address, and you'll start receiving my weekly newsletters. I'm also putting in an ordering incentive. I did this once before, and so this seemed to be something that I wanted to do again. So if you place an order in my online store by Friday, March 30th, you'll receive an extra entry, and here's the host code that you'll want to use. And when you use that host code, you'll get a free gift from me next month. So not only will you receive March's card class, lots of lavender, but you'll receive a gift from me next month. And then I'm going to choose a winner randomly, and I will announce that on April the 2nd. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out. All right, so let me show you the items that you will need to make this card. The first thing that you'll want to get is your fruit basket stamp set along with the coordinating punches. So this is a bundle. It's the Fruity Tutti Bundle in the Occasions catalog. You do save 10% when you purchase this. It comes with 4 punches in total, so I'm just using the pear punch for the project today. But it also comes with a strawberry, a pineapple, and then this little citrus punch. You'll also need 3 ink colors. I am using Pool Party, Pear Pizzazz, and Soft Suede. And I pulled these colors from the Tutti-Frutti cardstock pack. So let me show you that. That's a little 6x6 card pack that coordinates with this collection. And I cut out a piece that it will go on our card. This is a really nice crumb cake and whisper white diagonal stripe, but on the back side it has this really pretty pineapple print, and these are the colors that I used to pull out for today's card. And this measures 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. You'll also need a piece of Pool Party for the card base. This is 5 by 7, and I'm going to score this at 3 1/2. And then you'll just also want to grab another piece. This is where we're going to be stamping the little colander on. And then you will need some Whisper White cardstock, and this is another layer, and this measures 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. And then finally, we're going to be punching out, or not punching out, but die cutting out a stitched circle and a layering circle from our Framelits. So I used the second smallest stitched circle to die cut in Whisper White. Just found the coordinating scallop circle, and I die cut this out in Pear Pizzazz. And then that wasn't the last thing. This is finally the last thing. I'm using the glitter enamel dots just for a little bit of sparkle. And then just your favorite adhesive. I'm going to be using the Dimensionals, the regular size and the mini, and some snail. And I think that's it. All right, so let's get started. Let's work on our card base first. So we'll need to get out our scoreboard to score this at 3.5. This is a really cute stamp set, perfect for spring. I think spring started yesterday. I know a lot of the country is still getting snow. Doesn't really feel like spring, but maybe this will cheer you up. Okay, so I scored that at 3.5. Let's just fold this in half and use our bone folder to burnish that. So now we have our note card. So when it's folded, it's 3.5 by 5. And this isn't cut right, so let me recut this. Now it's the right size. So again, this is 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. So that goes on there. Okay, that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and attach these two, and then we'll put this onto the card base. So yeah, so I made this card, went to turn it off, and I realized I didn't have my microphone on, and I'm just like, oh. And I didn't feel like doing a voiceover, so I'm making the cardigan. So I'll have a nice little supply of these. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this to the card base. And let's just make sure that we've got the same amount of pool party showing on all 4 sides, so that looks good. Okay, and then we can go ahead and layer the 2 die cuts together. So I'm just going to put this on the card, and I put this down here in the lower right corner, so about right there. And these scallops are kind of tiny, so you know, gently just put the Whisper White on to the Pear Pizzazz, because you may need to adjust it. But that looks good. Okay. And this card comes together really quickly. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is just get a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is where we're going to punch our pairs, or stamp our pairs. I've already gone ahead and stamped and punched out 6 of them. I want 7 total. So I'll go ahead and do the last one so that you can see how easy this is. With the photopolymer stamps, it makes it so easy to see where to stamp the stem. So I'm inking up the body of the pear in Pear Pizzazz. Whoops. And then the stem will be stamped in not Pool Party, Soft Suede. And I'm just going to come in right here and just stamp right on top, and then I will use the coordinating punch to punch that out. So just match it up, and now we have our cute little pear. Aren't those darling? And then you'll just want to get a piece of Pool Party cardstock, and we're going to stamp the colander in the same color. So I'm using Pool Party, and then we'll just hand cut this out. And when I saw this colander, it reminded me of a colander that I have that I used for fresh fruit. It's a Martha Stewart colander, and it's in that, you know, her signature color, kind of what I call like Tiffany blue. So I just thought this would be so pretty. I love that color. It's probably one of my favorite blues. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the pears behind the colander, and I'm going to put 4 in the bottom row, and then I'll put 3 behind it. And, you know, just kind of place them in different positions, differing heights, you know, because when you think about a bowl of fruit, not everything is lined up perfectly. And so that's just going to go right here. Just a little bit, there we go. That's just going to go right there. And I'm going to use Dimensionals to pop this up. And let's just put that in the center of our circle. And then let's go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. I'm using soft suede. And I'm using the sentiment, We Make a Great Pair. And that's just going to go right there in the middle. And then go ahead and keep the soft suede out and just bring in your Whisper White cardstock that you use to stamp your pairs. And we're going to stamp in the same color, Hello Friend. And these are little tiny stamps, so you do want to kind of rock it from left to, or from top to bottom to make sure you get the entire word on the cardstock. So something like that. And then let's cut this out into a thin banner. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut about right there, straight. And then this is gonna go on top of the colander. So what I'm gonna do is where we notched the banner, just gonna put a little bit of snail. And then I'm going to use our mini dimensionals to put on the other side, and I want to stack them because the colander we popped up. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So when you look, you can see, whoops, there you go, you can see the two dimensionals right there that are stacked up that are at the same height. And then to finish it off, I'm going to get out my glitter enamel dots, and I've kind of using up all the light colors in the smaller size circles, so I'm just going to kind of use what I've got here, and I'm just going to randomly place these around the card. And you know, we'll go ahead and use one of the darker colors. There we go. And there we have it. So here, I'll show you 3 cards now. So here is the original one that I made using crumb cake, and then I made these 2 using Pool Party. So anyway, so I hope you liked this project. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So again, that was using Fruit Basket stamp set along with the coordinating punches. So like I said, the bundle, you can save 10% when you purchase this. So that's a nice little savings. This is out of our Occasions catalog. And then this was the coordinating Tutti-Frutti cardstock, the little 6x6 cardstock pack. So just as a reminder, one last time about my Stampin' Blends giveaway that goes through the end of the month, and I will announce the winner on April the 2nd. And if you shop in my online store, you get an extra entry, and make sure that you use that host code. All right, guys, well, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.